A break as a caregiver is not a strategy to prevent burnout. Let's talk about it. So first, I'm going to tell you a story, and then I'm going to give you some tips on how you can prevent burnout as a caregiver. In 2011, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and I helped my mom to take care of my dad. And then somewhere in the middle of there, my mom started having symptoms. When my dad came home on hospice in 2020, my mom was diagnosed the very same week with Parkinson's and dementia. While I was co-caregiving with her for my dad, it was a lot. Like, he was in and out of the hospital. He had many surgeries, but I could still go home. I was still able to take a break. I was still able to go on vacation, do the things that I needed to do for me, and my self-care looked very different. Up to be my mom's full-time caregiver, it was required for me to move home. I actually moved home the same day that my dad died. And I learned very quickly that I wasn't able to get away as much as I could previously. You know, my mom required 24/7 care. She was up and down all the time. She was all over the place. Her ability to sleep was decreasing, her ability to care for herself, and somebody had to be with her to shower, to help her to get dressed, to make sure that she wasn't putting foil in the microwave or trying to drive her car. You know, we took her car keys away pretty quickly, running out of the house and going, Lord knows where in the neighborhood. Middle of all of this, I was losing sleep. My anxiety was increasing. I thought that I was doing everything I could. I was working out. I was, doing meditation here or there, praying, going to church, seeking counsel, going to therapy, and yet my stress and my anxiety was continuing to increase. And so what I found was that I ended up in the hospital with a near heart attack symptom. So my doctor rushed me to the hospital, ended up in the ER, and one of the things that they said to me was that I needed to change some things that were going on in my life, or else I might not be here to take care of my mom any longer. And that's pretty scary when your doctor basically tells you, like, get your shit together or you might die. So I was too young. I was 36, 34, 35, I don't know, somewhere in my early 30s at the time. And I was like, I'm too young to be having these issues. And so immediately I knew it was the stress, and then decided to take matters into my own hands to be able to figure out what I needed to do to be able to heal and to make sure that I could still take care of my mom, because that was the priority. I know that you are probably waiting and hoping and praying and just like waiting for the respite to get away. And what if I told you that mindset causing you more harm than good? Yes, getting away is great. Like, if you can do it, absolutely do it. And we're only searching for the ability to do respite. All we see is frustration, problems, stress. We see all of the things that are going wrong because we can't get what we think that we need in this moment. All of that keeps you on an emotional roller coaster with no hope. I want to encourage you that there is actually a way to calm your anxiety. It all starts with you. How are you taking care of yourself? Are you meditating? Are you doing breath work? Are you going for walks outside? I know that some of that might feel impossible in your situation. And also, I want to encourage you that when we're not focused on looking at this one way to be able to get rest, all of a sudden more possibilities are made aware to us. We find ways to calm our anxiety with meditation, breath work, being creative. Next thing that I would say is finding a way to be connected to your loved one. So often we hold ourselves in this expectation of who people used to be instead of trying to see who people are. I think that one of the things, this is like one of the secret sauce that I love working with my clients with, is really helping you to figure out, like, how can you love the person that you're taking care of? How can you love them and accept them? So often we hold them in this like expectation box of who they used to be and how they used to show up as your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your aunt, your uncle, your friend. And how can we help you to see that they are still in there? It might look different. They might not communicate the same. They might not look the same. They might not act the same, but it doesn't mean that you still can't experience joy and peace with them. It's just accepting who they are now and looking for those glimmers throughout your day. The third piece is finding practical systems that helps you to get grounded so that it gives you the ability to not have chaotic days. So often we're running from fire to fire to fire to fire. What if you could build some practical systems in your life so that you could know what to expect day to day, from able to know exactly what to have in place? So that way it creates some certainty in caregiving. How amazing would that feel? And then lastly, being able to just find your purpose, find your why. Why are you deciding to step in and be a caregiver? And for some of you, it might be because like no one else is doing it and you have to. And I get that so much. And also, like, your life is taking a new direction, and it doesn't mean that that direction has to be purposeless. It doesn't mean that that direction has to be an inconvenience, that it has to be all of the things that you're not getting to do right now. Like, how can you change the perspective and change the lens that you're looking through and be like, you know what, this actually does get to be drenched in purpose. And what does that purpose look like? And it doesn't have to be all about the person that you're caring for. You are still there. And I know right now, girl, I know so much that what you're going through, you feel like you're alone. You feel like you're drenched in this, like, just hopelessness. And I'm here to tell you, because I have figured out a way using my COPE method to be able to help other caregivers. And first, I helped myself when I was in the middle of it to not drown in what it is that I'm going through. And so I just want to invite you, if you are still listening, you are the real MVP. Because I did not think this video was going to be this long. But if you are still listening and this is your core, this is like your desire of your heart to feel seen, to be understood, like, this is the community for you. And I would love, if you are not following, to follow and to stay here, because I'm going to go deeper into this method and to be able to teach you everything that I know about these things, to be able to help you move the needle in your joy and in your peace and in your comfort as a caregiver, so that you can not only enjoy your life, but you can even enjoy the person that you're caring for in the middle of this such a difficult season. And so I just want to say that I see you, I love you, and I am so grateful that you're here, and can't wait to just go on this journey with you.